Adrian, Joe, thank you so much for your time. Good to see you both.
Thank you.
Thank
Good to
you.
see you.
This film was incredible. Congratulations. Adrian, I did kind of want to ask, I'm curious about the conversations with your actors. There's going to be a lot of conversations before filming, while filming. You wrote this and you directed this. Were the conversations similar or different, asking questions from a writing perspective or directing perspective with Stacey and Joe? Or were they all storytelling questions?
It was kind of a little bit of both, really. I mean, I really wanted to know what Joe and Stacey wanted to bring to the characters. I wanted their thoughts on where the characters could go. And I was very open about ideas that they wanted to try the whole time. I mean, that happened right from the casting workshops when I was still trying to, I really didn't just bring people into audition for 5 minutes at a time. We really kind of all sat together and tried different scenes out. And I wanted to know what ideas everyone was going to bring to the table. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe, good to see you. And did kind of want to ask a little bit because, the preparation, I'm sure, was really crazy for this. And, there's a lot of, the intimate scenes with Ryan and Naim, but there's also the physical kind of horror scenes as well. What was it like kind of preparing for both those? Did it sometimes even feel like there were you were filming two different movies sometimes because they're so different, those type of scenes?
Yeah, well, I remember I was kind of filming two projects right before Leviticus, but was kind of working on Leviticus, doing a lot of chemistry callbacks. So it kind of felt like I was working on this character like even before we started pre-production. And yeah, it was just a lot of conversations with Adrian and our intimacy coordinator, Amy Cater, and just a lot of rehearsals in pre-production to just kind of really flesh out everything so that when it came to set, it'd already been blocked out and it was kind of a secondhand nature thing where we could just let it all go and have it be as authentic as possible.
Absolutely. Adrian, I'm just because, this film, played at film festivals, people saw it there and it's cool, right? Because it's like that, hype of we got to see it when Neon releases in the theaters. We get to see it at Sundance and everything. Amazing time for horror right now. What's that like for you right now, just with everything going on with the film and the timing of the film coming out?
Yeah, I went to see the last two amazing horror movies, Backrooms and Obsession, and these theaters were packed. This is back home in Australia, and the theaters were packed full of young people, which was so amazing to see. People going back to the theaters again. And then, as the kind of bonus thing to make me feel very special was that our trailer played before both of those movies. And so it is really exciting.
Absolutely. And Joe, the Causeway Films, you worked on Talk to Me as well. Incredible things happening in Australia, but horror movies in Australia, you know what I mean? Well, what's that like for you specifically, just seeing everything happening with Australian film, but specifically Australian horror films, Joe?
Yeah, well, I think per se it's not exactly like I just think that Australia happens to, create great scripts that just happen to be
Yes.
in the horror genre. But, kind of all these kind of Australian horror films aren't what I would say, like they all have different layers added to them, which I think kind of makes them stand out to maybe the traditional American horrors. Because yeah, there's always a message, I think, in every one of those Australian horror stories that kind of permeate deep into people's feelings. So I think, yeah, that's kind of what I'd say is the difference, maybe.
Absolutely. And then last question, Adrian, for you. I mean, I watched this film and then after I watched it, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I feel like that's the point, right? Making films like that. That is the point of filmmaking. I'm a filmmaker as well, right? That's like a big goal, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you always want to make something that resonates with people. And I think for me, it's about, you want to satisfy the audience and give them the answers that they're looking for. But you also, I think you want to leave just enough gaps so that people are filling in the gaps with something that's meaningful to them. So yeah, I hope audiences really had that experience that you had.
I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for people to see Leviticus coming in theaters via Neon. They can check that out. Thank you so much both for your time, Adrian and Joel. Congratulations. Really great chatting with you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.